I got some errands I need to take care of with packages. Can't use my bike today. Of course, I guess that really doesn't matter because this is the first time I've ever done anything inside of a vehicle. Nobody's going to know anything. So, welcome to the first ever driving episode of Everyday BS. On my day to work, on my way to work. It's funny how you get nervous. No one's actually here. You're just talking to a stupid camera. Anyway, so I'm talking to this dumb camera. I'm on my way to work, driving into the sunrise as it is. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. The forecast yesterday said it was probably going to rain today, which is another reason why I had decided that driving was my best option. Got a package I need to return. I ordered this window regulator for the Navigator here. I don't know if you see this suction cup I've got holding my window up. The regulator inside the door for the automatic window decided to give out on me. It's pretty funny. We had some family in town, and we were going to this drive-through zoo that they have around here. And it's basically, they got a bunch of, they got cats in cages and stuff that you can check out and get fairly close. And then they've got, some different, different animals, like gazelles and all kinds of other stuff. But the big hit's always the emus and the ostriches because they like to visit you. So anyway, I was going to crack the window as we're going through this little drive-through zoo so I could get some air in the car. And the window just, boom, falls down. And I couldn't really not take everybody to the zoo because my window was down. It was a cold day too. But anyway, so we cranked up the heat and we drove through. And the emus loved it. And so I had to make sure everybody else's windows went down and couldn't go back up. Child safety locks are awesome for that. So the emus got to visit everybody and everybody had a good time. So anyway, so now I gotta send this part back. This is like the second or third time that I've ordered a automotive part from Amazon that it's just been wrong. It's the part comes from China, of course, and it's very similar to the original, but there's always something that's wonky about it. Like this one, it had the motor and gear drive system to raise and lower the window. It just wasn't the same. And the motor for the regulator that they sent didn't work. The plug-in wouldn't plug into to what I had. It's like a 2-prong plug instead of the 8 that's actually in the vehicle. And I know I ordered the right thing. It's just you get sent the wrong thing. So anyway, I've got to send it back. Get my money back. I've already got another part from O'Reilly's to redo it. I just have to take the time out to actually do it. That seems to be the hardest thing in my life right now is allocating time. I work in the motorsports industry. I work for a local Honda dealer. And so we've been super busy lately. Apparently, everybody's decided to take all their stimulus money and spend it on ATVs and side-by-sides. And now that we're running out of ATVs and side-by-sides because the shipping's all screwed up and the manufacturers just aren't getting the parts, so they don't get all the parts they need. They can't finish putting together the units to send to you. So it's kind of an interesting situation. Makes me a little concerned as to what I'm going to be doing soon, because we've literally sold every single side-by-side that we have. And, you know, we're a top-tier dealer for Honda, so we get them before everybody else does. So it's kind of interesting. And these side-by-sides and ATVs that Honda sells, they're actually built here in the United States. So once they're gone, you know, supply is just not meeting demand right now. So, you know, we're having to put people on waiting lists, and we're taking deposits for stuff that we don't have yet that's coming. We get a thing from Honda saying that it's coming, but it hasn't got here yet. So that's what we're doing. You know, we're basically pre-selling everything, which is, you know, you can only do that so much before it gets crazy. I remember I used to work for Harley Davidson, and back in the 2000s and the 90s, Harley Davidson had a similar issue. They couldn't keep up with demand, which caused a big increase in the price of vehicles, or for Harleys, not in the retail section or as far as like at the dealership. At the dealership, you still paid, you know, their retail price. Harley Davidson set retail price, maybe a little more, but it wasn't crazy. But in the civilian side, or the non-dealership side, people were able to sell their used bikes for a good bit of money. You know, and I'm wondering if that's going to happen with the side-by-sides and ATVs, because that would kind of make sense, because their demand is just crazy. You know, I don't know if the banks will lend more, but, you know, they'll lend a certain amount, and if you got the difference, I mean, there you go. So I guess we'll see. So anybody that's looking to make some money, if you come across the ATV or a side-by-side that's cheap, buy it. And then advertise it in a market like, I don't know, just in a larger market. I don't know. It'll depend on where you're at. You may already be in a larger market, but if you advertise it properly, you're going to flip it and make some decent money. So anyway, that's that. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out a direction for this channel, and that's why I'm kind of slow to post things right now. You know, I've got my little homesteady stuff, and shout out to the Crockers for helping me get my channel started. You know, especially Jason, great guy. I met him at my dealership and sold him that little Honda dirt bike that he's been riding for his Shoot Dang videos. And he said, you know, start a channel. Well, I thought I'd been thinking about it, but I guess, you know, just jump in and do it. Of course, now I got to figure out my niche. You know, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to show y'all? You know, I am, for lack of better terms, I am a biker. I ride, you know, Harley Davidson motorcycles. You know, I sell Hondas because I love all motorcycles. I love all things fun. You know, I love dirt bikes. I'm getting to that age where I'm a little old. I don't heal as well. I guess old's probably not the right term. I'm almost 52. I don't heal as quickly as I used to. But I find as I'm getting older, you know, I think a little more, I don't know if it's responsibly, or I think about the effects of what's going on with me. You know, like if I hurt, I'm like, oh my gosh, do I need to go to the doctor? Am I dying? And it turns out, no, I'm just out of shape. Yesterday, I went for a long ride to Branson, Missouri. Branson, Missouri, from from my house, it's probably about, I don't know, 150 miles, 160 miles. So I put, roughly 300 miles on the bike yesterday, which was a great day. I was riding with my buddy Tom. We had a good time, just basically riding. We rode to Branson, stopped at the Bass Pro there, looked around for like 5 minutes, decided it was ridiculous, left there, got something to eat at a small hometown restaurant or whatever outside of Branson. It was really good food. I need to find out the name of that place so I can go back there and take my wife. I'm sure she'll enjoy it because they serve breakfast all day, and she's all about breakfast all day, every day. That woman would have breakfast for breakfast, lunch, dinner, Brenner, everything. Anyway, I don't even know where I was going with this, but I got to find out where to take this channel. Do I do my homesteady stuff with like my chickens and that? I don't know how much material I'd have on that because I don't think about it. I just do it. Every day I get up, feed the chickens, let them out, watch them for a minute. My dog Gus, he plays with the chickens. He likes watching them as they're in their chicken run. And he kind of like guards the doorway. The door is open so they can leave the chicken run, but he likes sitting there watching them. And he literally shakes from excitement. Either that or he's shaking because he wants to eat all of them and he knows he can't. But he's a good dog, so he doesn't hurt the chickens. But he does like to watch them. And then and then that's it until later in the day. Then I'll go out. Well, actually, I don't even do it anymore. I've got my teenage son. I have him go out, collect eggs and put the birds away at night. So having free-range chickens is super easy for me where I'm at anyway. We live out in the country. So it's kind of a fun thing, but I don't know, how much I can get into that other than like my little 10 things that I wish I knew before I got chickens videos that I'm working on. So I don't know to do that, or I was also thinking about doing something with mentoring. I've been doing a lot of things and a lot of I've got a lot of life experience for my 50-something years on the planet. And I've always enjoyed helping young people with advice. More specifically young guys. I feel like I have a lot of knowledge that I can share with a young man growing up. You think you're grown when you're in your teenage, late teenage, early 20 years, but you're not. There's so much going on in the world that you really need to consider. And at that age, you have no idea what's going on. So I've been, that's something I've always done. I've always, tried to help young people out, mentor them. So I don't know if I can do something like that on this channel, which would probably be, I don't know, I feel good about that. Tell me what you think down in the comments. If you get this far, I know I don't have that many subscribers. I want to get my subscribers pushed up to, 100's the goal right now. If it wasn't for Jason Crocker, I wouldn't have as many as I do. This channel would grow even slower if it hadn't been for his help, and I really appreciate it. So if you don't know who the Crockers are, go out and check out, just type in Crockers, their videos will pop up, and check those out, and definitely subscribe to their videos. So anyway, there's that. Or do I do something about the motorcycle industry, focus on that? I thought about doing some like moto vlogs where I videotape my rides and then I would probably have to voice over, because when I'm riding, I don't know if I could actually communicate that well as far as what I'm thinking in that, and keep an eye on the road. So I don't know. I have to think about that, and then not to mention I got to figure out a better way to video it. I tried videoing a ride a couple days ago, and I had this, well, a different phone. I had a phone on a mount, and it's just bouncing all over the place, and finding a good spot to mount it. And then you've got the wind noise and the sound of the motorcycle, so it's hard to hear me. I guess I could mic up if I sucked it up and wore a helmet when I'm doing the vlog. I don't mind wearing helmets, but on nice days, I gotta admit I don't like wearing helmets on nice days. I like wearing helmets on crappy days. If it's cold or if it's rainy, I'm all about wearing a helmet. If it's sunny and hot, I don't want anything to do with those things. So, just some things to think about. Let me know what you think down in the comments.